Today we will talk about a very interesting and inspiring book named Who Moved My Cheese? This is a short story, but the lessons hidden in it can completely change our life. This book teaches us how to accept change and how to be happy and successful even in changing circumstances. So if you are also afraid of change in your life or have problems handling it, then this video is for you. Let's start. Lesson 1. Change happens. The first and perhaps most important lesson of Who Moved My Cheese is that change is a natural process. It happens all the time, whether we want it to or not. In this story, for the mice, Sniff and Scurry, and the little people, Ham and Huck, cheese is a symbol of their happiness and success. When their cheese station is emptied, they have to face the reality that the cheese has moved, meaning their situation has changed. In our real life, cheese can be many things: our job, our relationship, our health, or our financial situation. When these things change, we have to change too. Many people are afraid of change because they fear uncertainty. They think it's fine if everything stays the way it is. But the truth is that nothing stays the same forever. Change is the law of life. Let's take an example. Suppose you work in a company and suddenly the company is restructured and you lose your job. This is a big change and it can make you feel very bad. But if you accept the reality that change has happened, then you can move forward and find new opportunities. If you are stuck on the question, why did I lose my job? Then you will not be able to move forward. Therefore, the first lesson is to accept the change and consider it as a part of your life. Not only this, it is also important to recognize the change, not to realize it only when something is completely over, but one should recognize the signs of change beforehand. For example, in business it is important to understand the market trends so that changes can be made in time. Accepting the change is the first step to moving forward. Lesson 2. Anticipate change. In the first lesson we saw that change happens, but in this lesson we will see how to anticipate that change in advance. In Who Moved My Cheese? Sniff and Scurry, the mice, constantly monitor the cheese station. They see that the stock of cheese is decreasing, and they know that one day the cheese will run out. On the other hand, Ham and Huck, the little people, become dependent on the cheese station and are very shocked when the cheese runs out. In our lives too, if we look carefully at the environment around us, we can get signs of change. Market trends in business, new developments in technology, and changing values in society, all these can be indicators of change. If we recognize these indicators, then we can prepare for change in advance. Let's take another example. Suppose you are in a business that is very dependent on technology. If you do not pay attention to the new developments in technology, you will be left behind. On the other hand, if you adopt new technology in advance, you can stay ahead in the competition. Therefore, the second lesson is to look carefully at the environment around you and try to identify the signs of change. The sooner you anticipate the change, the easier it will be for you to handle it. It is important not only to anticipate the change, but also to take action according to that anticipation. For example, if you know that there are going to be some changes in your job, then you can start upgrading your skills in advance. Anticipating the change is like winning half the battle. Lesson 3. Monitor change. In the last lesson we saw how to predict change. Now in this lesson we will see how to keep track of change once it has started. In Who Moved My Cheese? Sniff and Scurry keep inspecting the cheese station. They see that the cheese is running low and they know when they have to go looking for new cheese. Ham and Huck don't do this and they realize when the cheese is completely gone. In our real life too, it is not enough to just predict change, we should also keep a constant watch on it. It is important to pay attention to how the situation is changing, what new developments are taking place. Let's take an example. Suppose you have started a new business. You did market research, planning, everything, but if you do not keep an eye on the changes taking place in the market, then your business can fail. You have to see what your competitors are doing, how the customers' needs are changing, and what new trends are coming in the market. Keeping an eye on all this is called monitoring change. This is important not only in business but also in personal life. Suppose you are in a new relationship. Everything seems great in the beginning, but if you do not pay attention to small changes in your partner's behavior, then there can be problems later on. Therefore, the third lesson is to constantly keep an eye on change. Do not think that once you have predicted, everything is done. The situation keeps changing continuously, and we also have to adjust our approach accordingly. Keeping an eye on change means being active, being alert, and keep analyzing the situation. Just like a doctor monitors the patient's condition, we should also keep monitoring the situation around us. Lesson 4. Adapt to change quickly. In this lesson we will talk about how quickly we should adapt to a change. In Who Moved My Cheese? When Sniff and Scurry see that the cheese station is empty, they immediately go out in search of new cheese without wasting time. On the other hand, Ham and Huck sit there for a long time, thinking that the cheese will come back. In our real life too, people who quickly accept the change and adapt themselves are more successful. People who oppose or deny the change are left behind. Let's take an example. Suppose a new technology comes which completely changes the way you work. People who waste time learning this new technology may lose their jobs. On the other hand, people who quickly learn this new technology not only save their jobs but also create new opportunities. Similarly, in business, companies that quickly adapt their products and services to changes in the market are more successful. Companies that stick to old thinking are out of the market. Therefore, the fourth lesson is to adapt quickly to change. The sooner you accept the changing situation and adjust yourself accordingly, the greater are your chances of being successful. Adapting quickly means being flexible, open-minded, and being ready to learn new things. Just like a chameleon changes its color, we too should learn to change ourselves according to the situation. Only those who change quickly survive. Lesson 5. Enjoy the change. In this lesson, we will learn how to see change as a positive opportunity rather than a negative one. In Who Moved My Cheese? Huck is initially very upset by change, but he gradually begins to understand that going out in search of something new is an adventure. He explores new paths, learns new things, and realizes that change is fun. In real life too, if we change our perspective, we can enjoy change. Every change brings with it new opportunities. The opportunity to learn new skills, meet new people, and explore new things. Let's take an example. Suppose you have to move to a new city. You may feel bad at first because you have to leave your old house, your friends, and your comfort zone. But if you see this change as a new adventure, you can explore this new city, meet new people, and learn new things. Similarly, in business too, when a new competitor comes or a new trend comes in the market, it should not be seen as a threat but as an opportunity. It gives you a chance to innovate, improve, and grow. Therefore, the fifth lesson is to enjoy change. Do not consider it a negative thing, but a positive opportunity. Enjoying change means being open-minded, curious, and ready to try new things. Just like a child is excited to learn new things, we should also accept change with excitement. Change is not something to be feared, but something to learn and move forward. Lesson 6. Have fun with change. This lesson is an extension of the previous lesson. In this, we will understand in more depth how to not only accept change, but also enjoy it, have fun with it. In Who Moved My Cheese? When Hawk goes out in search of something new, he is scared in the beginning, but as he explores new paths, he starts enjoying it. He enjoys his journey and realizes that there is a lot to learn in change. In our real life too, if we change our attitude, we can enjoy change. When a new situation comes, take it as a challenge, take it as a game. Think about what you can learn from this situation, how you can grow. Let's take an example. Suppose your company implements a new software which changes the way you work. You may find it difficult in the beginning, but if you take it like a new game, you can enjoy learning this software and improve your skills. Similarly, when any change comes in your personal life, see it as an opportunity, as a new adventure. Think about what new experience you can have with this change. Therefore, the sixth lesson is to have fun with change. Do not consider it a burden, but an exciting journey. Having fun with change means having a positive attitude, being optimistic, and finding something good in every situation. Just like children enjoy every moment while playing, we should also enjoy every moment of change. Leave fear and worry and welcome the change with enthusiasm and curiosity. Change is an opportunity, a celebration, live it openly. Lesson 7. Be ready to change quickly again and again. In this lesson, we will understand that change does not happen just once. It is a continuous process. In Who Moved My Cheese? When Hawk reaches the new cheese station, he also knows that this cheese will not remain forever. He knows that one day this cheese will also move and he will have to go out again in search of a new cheese. In our real life too, we should understand that change does not stop after happening once, it keeps happening again and again. Technology keeps changing, market conditions keep changing, and our life situations also keep changing. Therefore, we should always be ready to change. Let's take an example. Suppose you work in an industry that is changing very fast. New technology comes every year and old methods become outdated. If you learn new technology only once and think that now everything is fine, then you are wrong. You have to keep learning new things continuously and keep adapting yourself according to the changing circumstances. Similarly, in personal life too, we should understand that there are ups and downs in life. We should be prepared for every situation and learn to adjust quickly every time. Therefore, the seventh lesson is to be ready to change quickly again and again. Do not think that once you accept the change, everything is done. Change is a continuous process and we should always be ready for it. Being ready to change again and again means being flexible, adaptable, and always keep learning. Just like the stream of water keeps flowing, we should also keep flowing with the change. Do not try to remain stagnant, but be dynamic. The readiness to change again and again is the guarantee of success. Lesson 8. Notice the small changes early. In this lesson, we will learn how important it is to pay attention to small changes instead of waiting for a big change. In Who Moved My Cheese?, Sniff and Scary notice small signs of cheese decreasing, and so they take action quickly. Ham and Hug do not do this and they realize when the cheese has completely disappeared. In our real life too, if we pay attention to small changes in the environment around us, then we can prepare for big changes in advance. Let's take an example. Suppose you run a business. If you do not pay attention to customer feedback, sales trends, and small changes in the market, then you can suffer a big loss. On the other hand, if you recognize these small signs, then you can change your strategy in time and save the business. Similarly, in personal life too, we should pay attention to small changes in our relationships, health, and finances. If we ignore these changes, then there can be big problems in the future. Therefore, the 8th lesson is to recognize small changes quickly. Do not think that action has to be taken only when a big problem arises. Small changes are indicators of big changes and it is very important to notice them. Recognizing small changes means being observant, attentive, and keep analyzing the environment around you. Just like a hunter follows the animals by their pug marks, we should also guess big changes from small signals. Paying attention to small things is the key to big success. Small changes corrected in time can save us from big losses in the future. Lesson 9. Old beliefs don't lead you to new things. In this lesson, we will understand that when the situation changes, we have to change our old thinking and methods as well. In Who Moved My Cheese?, Ham initially thinks that the cheese will come back to its place, and that is why he does not go in search of a new cheese. This old thinking of his does not allow him to reach the new thing. In our real life too, when a big change happens, we have to leave our old thinking and comfort zone. If we remain stuck on the old thinking, we miss out on new opportunities. Let's take an example. Suppose you are in a job where you have been working in the same way for years. Now the company implements a new technology which completely changes the way you work. If you think that, I have been working in the same way for years, why should I change? Then you may lose your job. On the other hand, if you are ready to learn new technology, you not only save your job but also learn new skills. Similarly, in personal life too, we should challenge our old thinking and beliefs. If something worked earlier, it is not necessary that it will work today also. We should adapt our thinking according to the new situations. Therefore, the 9th lesson is that old thinking does not take you to new things. When the situation changes, we have to change our thinking and methods too. Giving up old thinking means being open-minded, flexible, and being ready to learn new things. Just like a vehicle needs new navigation to move on a new path, we also need new thinking to face new changes. Only by abandoning old habits and thoughts can we move towards new opportunities. Lesson 10. Imagine yourself enjoying the new thing. In this lesson we will learn how to use our imagination to accept and enjoy change. In Who Moved My Cheese?, when Hawk goes out to look for a new cheese, he often imagines that he has reached a new cheese station and there is a lot of cheese there. This imagination motivates him and gives him the courage to move forward. In our real life too, when we face a big change, it is very important that we imagine the positive side of that change. Think about what benefits we will get from that change, how our life will improve. This imagination motivates us and helps us accept the change. Let's take an example. Suppose you are starting a new business. In the beginning you may feel scared, uncertain. But if you imagine that your business has become successful, your customers are happy, and you are financially secure, then this imagination will motivate you and give you the courage to work hard. Similarly, when a big change comes in personal life, we should imagine the positive outcomes of that change. This imagination helps us to deal with stress and anxiety. Therefore, the 10th lesson is to imagine yourself enjoying the new thing. This imagination will motivate you and help you to accept the change and enjoy it. Positive imagination is a powerful tool that we can use in every aspect of our life. It helps us to achieve our goals, deal with stress, and be happy. Just like a painter imagines the complete painting in his imagination before starting the painting, similarly, we should also imagine the positive outcomes of any change before facing it. Imagination is the mother of reality. Only through positive imagination can we create a positive future. So friends, these were the 10 important lessons from Who Moved My Cheese. We learned that change is a natural process, we should accept it, be prepared for it, and also enjoy it. These lessons can help us in every field of life, be it our career, business, or personal life. Hope you liked this summary and you learned something new. If you liked this summary, then like and share it. See you in the next summary. Till then, thanks.